Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into a topic that might seem counterintuitive at first glance. The psychology behind why some wealthy people are secretly miserable. You see it all the time, folks. The tabloids are full of stories about celebrities with more money than they could ever spend, yet they're in and out of rehab. Their personal lives are a mess, and they just never seem to find happiness. We're going to break down the 6 behaviors that often signal deep unhappiness, even when someone seems to have it all. These folks put on a good front, flashing those pearly whites and designer handbags, but deep down, they're wrestling with some heavy stuff. We're going to talk about why money can't buy happiness, and more importantly, what you can do to find genuine fulfillment in your own life, regardless of your financial situation. So buckle up, because this is going to be a bumpy ride. You'd think with all the resources in the world, these folks would be surrounded by loving friends and family, right? But the truth is, wealth can often lead to isolation. Think about it. When you're at the top, it's hard to know who to trust. Are people interested in you or your money? This constant suspicion can create a barrier, making it difficult to connect with others on a genuine level. They build walls around themselves, hiding behind their fortunes, but ending up lonely at the top. And let me tell you folks, loneliness doesn't discriminate. It can eat away at anyone, rich or poor. It's a vicious cycle. Isolation leads to sadness, and sadness leads to further withdrawal. It's a recipe for disaster. Now you might think that people with wealth wouldn't need anyone's approval, right? They've made it. But here's the thing. Oftentimes their self-worth is completely tied to their net worth. They need constant validation from the outside world to feel good about themselves. They buy fancy cars, wear designer clothes, and surround themselves with yes people, all in a desperate attempt to fill a void that money can't reach. It's a bottomless pit, folks. No amount of praise or possessions can ever truly satisfy that deep-seated need for self-acceptance. They chase after external validation, but true happiness comes from within. These individuals often believe that happiness lies in achieving more, acquiring more, doing more. They work themselves to the bone, pushing themselves to the limit, thinking that the next big deal or the next million will finally bring them peace.
But here's the cold, hard truth. Money can't buy happiness. In fact, this relentless pursuit of success often leads to burnout, anxiety, and a complete lack of work-life balance. They become slaves to their own ambitions, sacrificing their health, relationships, and ultimately their own well-being. It's like they're on a treadmill, running and running but getting nowhere fast. They're so busy chasing the next dollar that they forget to actually live their lives.
When you're surrounded by people who want a piece of the pie, it's no wonder trust becomes a major issue.
Wealthy individuals often struggle to discern genuine connections from those who are simply after their money.
This constant suspicion can make it incredibly difficult to form meaningful relationships, leading to feelings of isolation and paranoia.
They become guarded, afraid to let anyone in for fear of being taken advantage of.
It's a lonely existence, folks.
They may have millions in the bank, but they're bankrupt when it comes to true, authentic connections. In a world of social media and conspicuous consumption, it's easy to get caught in the comparison trap.
But for wealthy individuals, this tendency is often amplified.
They're constantly bombarded with images of others who seem to have it all. Bigger houses, fancier cars, more exotic vacations.
This constant comparison leads to feelings of inadequacy and dissatisfaction, no matter how much they achieve or acquire.
It's a recipe for unhappiness, folks.
There's always going to be someone richer, more successful, or seemingly happier.
The key is to focus on your own journey, your own definition of success, and your own values.
Here's the bottom line, folks. Money can buy you a lot of things, but it can't buy you genuine happiness.
Sure, it can provide comfort, security, and access to experiences.
But true happiness, the kind that lasts, comes from within.
It comes from meaningful relationships, a sense of purpose, and a connection to something bigger than yourself.
Wealthy individuals who haven't figured this out often find themselves feeling empty and unfulfilled, despite having everything money can buy.
They're living proof that you can have all the riches in the world and still be utterly miserable. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on psychology and personal development. Remember, true happiness isn't about the size of your bank account. It's about cultivating meaningful relationships, finding your purpose, and appreciating the simple things in life. Don't get so caught up in the pursuit of wealth that you forget to live a life filled with joy, connection, and gratitude. See you next time.